Gummo is what people used to call an advertising agency, but we stopped doing what most people call advertising a long time ago, as broadcasting messages via traditional media just doesn't cut it anymore. Media has evolved and continues to evolve into a galaxy of forms and channels. So Gummo develops ideas and stories that can be spread and shared via as many forms of media as possible. Ideas and stories you can tell with a press advert or TV commercial, or even via the interior of your new office. When we moved office in 2008, we did so with the motto, reduce, reuse, recycle. Everything came from second-hand shops, our old office, or the Dutch eBay, Marktplaats. And to fit in with the design scheme from Architects I-29, everything, from the chairs to a deer's head, was covered in the same environmentally friendly grey paint. It was unique, clever, and it looked pretty good too. At least that's what 1,500 publications around the world said. We even won the prestigious Great Indoors Award in 2009. The first story we ever came up with was a special edition of Z, the Amsterdam homeless magazine. 20 photographers made portraits of 20 magazine vendors that formed the basis of an edition of the magazine that worked as a one-off special and a campaign for Z. It got lots of attention in Holland and beyond, but the best thing was that all the profits went directly to the vendors themselves. It was the first of a lot of work we've done for non-profit organisations. Work we've done with a lot of pride and even a bit of success. But sometimes, despite all the changes in media, TV is still the way to go, at least if you use it intelligently. This safety campaign to raise awareness amongst builders about dangers on the worksite was based around regular TV spots. It was at 5:30 in the morning, when builders would be the only people watching. The campaign won an Effie for campaign efficiency. We've also done work for a lot of Dutch ministries and governmental agencies to tell kids they've got to stay in school longer. To remind Holland to commemorate its liberation on the 4th of May and celebrate it on the 5th. And to get people talking about financial issues. For this last campaign, we developed a slogan that we feel sums up our communication ethos rather nicely. A good story, nice and short. For Amsterdam City Council, we offered the good people of Amsterdam the chance to own a free virtual share in the sky above their city. In this way, they were made aware of the effect they had on their environment and could make concrete steps towards cleaning up the air quality in their city. While in June last year, we made a campaign for the Mark Lever Darmstichting centred around the Football World Cup that just happened to be on at the same time. So by buying an orange toilet roll, you could support the Dutch national team and important research into colon cancer. The Staatsbosbeheer, we came up with a new brand, Buiten, which means outside in Dutch. The Staatsbosbeheer are the Dutch National Trust. Everyone knows who they are, but no one knows exactly what they do. Gummo was asked to reposition the Staatsbosbeheer and develop a campaign to make it clear what they do and make the organisation more appealing. So we introduced this new, fresher brand to make people want to go outside, but also not afraid to use cutting-edge technology. We developed the world's first augmented reality stamp for the Dutch Post Office. If you hold the stamp in front of a computer, you'll see a marvel of Dutch architecture in all its glory. This was a revolution in the stamp world and created a huge storm of publicity. For Brand Beer, yes, a beer called Brand, we literally went looking for a story. As Brand positions itself as the beer for people with taste that's served in many top restaurants, we made a series of mini documentaries with top chefs that were broadcast as TV adverts. We've saved our favourite story for last. It's about a man called John Altman, who inspired us to create our own cookies and wine. We bumped into John on a beach in San Francisco giving away cookies. Cookies that are now available to buy across Holland. You can read the full story in the book called What Would John Do? A Guide to Better Living Through Baking, which is now available to buy in a good bookshop near you.